And because of this, nothing that is in your shadow will resonate with you, even if it is there. And that was written by Till Swan. So just something for us to think about, okay? All right, so let's move on to this interview. So very briefly, I want to just give a refresher to everyone. A couple weeks back, a couple of shows back, we talked about, I gave you guys definitions of what a medium is and what a psychic is, just so we can give a little bit of background. So I just want to go over that just to give a refresher before we get into it with Krista. So the definition I have, and we'll see what Krista says, is an individual who is a middleman or mediator, a person who goes between the spiritual and physical worlds. A medium is able to use energy to reach through the thin veil, separating the physical life from the spiritual life. A way of looking at the concepts of mediumship is as follows. Human beings are made of the superconscious, the subconscious, and the conscious minds. In mediumship, all thoughts, feelings, and sights are transmitted through a medium's superconscious or spirit mind. We are all constantly picking up spirit impressions in this way, but it is the medium who is able to interpret them. Okay? So just want to give you guys a little refresher about that. Hope you guys are having a great evening. We had a great host before this show, and we just want to get into this now. So, Krista, are you there?
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing? How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm really, really excited to have you on the show. I know you're going to have some very interesting things to share with us on here. So let's get into it. I'll start with some questions, and hopefully we get some callers. They can ask you some more questions, and you can kind of like do your thing. Okay, give you a chance.
Sounds good.
So perfect. So when did you know you had this gift?
It was in my early 20s when I started to come into the gift. I just started to experience knowing things about people, things that I never met them before, but yet I knew things that they did with their families when they were little. Just all kinds of messages started to flood in my early 20s. And so at that time, I kind of did some research and found some local psychics and wanted to understand what was happening to me.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So that was it.
So
and then
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's your next question?
I was going to say, well, how does it work?
Well, for me, psychics, we all interpret things differently. Now, for me, I get messages, and I believe I get my messages through spirit guides. I can answer any kind of question you have regarding your love life, your career, your work. You just ask me questions, and I just get the messages. They come through. I give you your answers. But sometimes I can just be in a quiet place or at work, and I get messages without you even asking me, so that I might quickly have to send you a text. There's all different kinds of ways. Now, psychics and mediums, to me, are honestly two different things, but yet we can have the ability to combine both. Psychics have natural abilities, which I believe I have natural abilities. I don't need to use any sort of tools like tarot cards or crystal balls or crystals, pendulums. I know the answer. I have opened myself up to the awareness, to the higher spirit, and I let them guide me and guide my clients. Whatever they tell me, I tell you. And you're right, the whole mediumship is really about communicating with those that have passed over. Again, it's all energy-based. I believe that spirits and ghosts, and they're constantly around us, but it's really just, again, opening up that awareness and that spirituality and letting that universe or your higher being guide you, and just being able to connect with them and really listen to them and have them come through and give their messages to loved ones.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So let me ask you. So So, Crystal, what do you say to people who believe that you guys are fake? How do you respond to that?
Well, early on, I might have been a little nervous, and but I'm confident in what I do. I mean, it's not my job really to make you believe. I mean, it's my job to provide guidance. However, I do have those people that still come. They're a little skeptical and unsure, but I have, enough testimonials, references to prove that, things I've said. I mean, it still amazes me. I just did a reading earlier tonight for a woman whose nephew had passed. And there were certain things that come through with, I didn't know that he liked North Carolina's basketball team. Like, there's things that come to me like, how in the world would I even know that? She comes to me with a picture and she shows it to me, and I know nothing of this person, but yet I'm able to give messages and information to her that she confirms that it's true, that it happens. So, I sometimes stun myself. I'm amazed at how I know these things, but, again, it's constant reaffirming from my clients that, there's nothing fake about it. No research, no nothing. It amazes me too that I'm able to just know these things out of thin air, as you could say.
You're right. You're right. That is amazing. I mean, I just don't know where people go with that, but it is amazing. I remember my first time I saw one, and I knew it was going to be a trip, and it was. And I needed to talk to someone so badly. What do you say to religion? What you say?
So, like in your experience, like she or he probably knew things about you that you may not, you didn't tell them anything, but they knew things, and it's just amazing. Like, how do they know that without knowing anything about you?
Yeah, very, very briefly, let me share my story about my first meeting. I remember I had a whole lot going on in my life at that time. It was just a whole lot going on. And I just really needed to talk to somebody who I felt like would know what was going on without me having to give a whole backdrop. The part I remember that I was amazed about was she pulled up somebody in my life that I hadn't told anybody about. She pulled their name up, and she just asked me, tell me about this person. And I hadn't talked about anybody. It was a person I still had feelings for or whatever. I hadn't mentioned it to anybody. And here I am coming to this woman that I never met, and she pulled up this name and said, well, tell me about her. And then she started describing her. All I could do was start crying. I never really cried. I didn't know what to do with that. It was the most bizarre, intimate situation I've ever been in. Like, I felt closer to this person than I did to people I've known all my life, because I felt like she knew things about me, and I was able to talk about them, and I didn't feel I could talk to anybody. So for me, it really confirmed, the reason why we're having you on here is just to show the tools that are available to us while we're in this realm. And I just wanted to tell you, I was amazed when that happened. I had no way to explain it. So it is certainly a very, very powerful gift. What do you say to religious people who say that you're of the devil? I'm sure you may have heard that one. I mean, I've heard that before.
Oh, no, I definitely have. But if I'm the devil, I mean, we say that God has created the universe. God has created everything. So if he created me, I do not believe I'm the devil.
I don't believe you're the devil either, Crystal.
No.
I don't believe.
No, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power. So, no. I just ignore it.
Yeah. There you go. So let me ask you, so what do you prefer to be called, a psychic or a medium, and why? Or I think you said earlier you're like both, but I'm sure maybe you prefer one or the other. if you want to break that down a little bit further, because I've noticed some psychics and mediums seem to have both abilities, and it sounds like you have both. So can you go into that a little further just for the audience?
Sure. I consider myself a psychic first because that's where a lot of my gifts started to come in. That's, again, with just knowing to be able to answer and guide your clients with where their needs and areas in their life. But I've always been able to see ghosts, but I've never been able to really communicate. And then within my own personal self, I had a change in my life in 2012, which released a lot of negative energy from my own self. And when that happened, not only was I able to see the ghosts, but now I was getting messages from them. So I've kind of crossed over, and I do both, psychic and medium. And I've practiced more, and I've opened myself up. I've opened myself up to meditations and awareness. I think as we grow in that area too, releasing fear, releasing negativity, it just brings you higher and your level higher and higher. So I trust it 100%. The psychic medium ability is mine, and I let it guide me every day in every area. I surrender, and it's amazing what comes to you when you just let it all go and let them guide you.
Wow. All right, so another question I want to ask you. What is the strangest story you've had with a client? And I'm sure you've had many.
Oh, my goodness. There's so many stories. Let me think. Strange stories. I guess, not to knock. I'm an animal lover and such. 2 dogs, 2 cats, but I did have a lady come once that wanted me to connect with her dog that had passed, and I've never really done the animal thing. I know there are animal psychics out there and animal guides and animal spirits, but I think there was kind of a crazy one to kind of keep it low key from the real crazies that might not be able, to be able to discuss over right now the phone. But I think it's connecting with the animals that's been a little quirky for me.
Really? Do tell.
I don't know if any clients are listening, so I might have to just, yeah, there's been crazy things. And there's always crazy things with situations with relationships. And like I said, I'm here to guide and give answers and stuff, but I never, the ultimate decision has to be yours. You have to create your own destiny. You have to, trust yourself and learn to, believe in yourself. I'm just here to provide whether you should go right or left. And honestly, you don't have to listen to me, but, I will never tell anybody to make the ultimate decision. You have to do that yourself.
Right. So you've had some interesting animal stories, huh?
Yes. Mhm. Some craziness,
yeah.
but.
All right. So it looks like we have a caller in the queue. Caller, who am I speaking with?
Hey guys, it's Jerry Petito. How are you?
How are you doing, Terry? I'm sorry.
I'm
How are
good,
you doing today?
sweetie. I'm good, sweetie. So great topic. So
yeah.
I want to say something to or ask your guest something.
Please.
All right. Hi, girlfriend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So should I go right or left?
You should go left.
I've been going left my whole life. That's so great. Are you able, just by hearing my voice, telling me something or no? Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I keep on getting career around you. What's going on with your job?
For real?
Yes, for real.
Wow. So cool. Well, I have like 7 jobs.
Oh my goodness. No wonder it keeps popping up. Career, career, career.
That's so crazy. That's so good. But on a more serious note, I've experienced a lot of things my whole life. And I actually asked God to remove a lot of it because I used to know, and it's happened recently again, I used to get these feelings that someone was going to pass away, but I never knew who, and I never knew how I could help them. And it was horrendous for like 20 years. And I couldn't deal with that. And it happened again with my boyfriend 9 years ago, and then it happened again a few more times after that. But I've also encountered ghosts, and I've also encountered angels. Craziness. So, yeah, life's very interesting.
Yes, I love that. I love that you definitely have that empath ability on feeling the energy. Have you ever considered practicing Reiki?
So I have a friend who teaches it, and I did a little bit of it. You know, I've done I'm also a nutritional health coach. I'm also a recovery coach. I'm also a radio show host. So I do so much, and I'm a vegan chef. So I have a lot that I do, and I've messed around with some Reiki and yoga and all that. So I've experimented with everything. But I try to keep my thoughts very positive. I try to just, I pray a lot, and that's how I have to do it.
Mhm. Well, you're very, like I said, you're very connected to energy. So you're going to absorb. That's where you're seeing the ghost and seeing the angels and such, as well as getting those messages about people that are going to pass and feeling it because you're picking up on their energy. I think if you need to take it a step further, perhaps look into getting some crystals or protection that way to kind of carry around with you to kind of reflect the energy so you're not absorbing it. Do you know you know what an empath is, correct? Or
yes.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So I think,
yeah.
Yes.
About the
is,
crystals, interesting. Yep.
Yeah, I think you should definitely get some crystals. I don't recommend telling you a crystal because I believe you have to go look at the crystals yourself and see which one calls to you. And that kind of tells you what you need.
Okay. Got it.
But yeah, that'll help take that energy away. Stop you from being a sponge. Empaths, I think, are sponges because you just bring all that energy into you.
So I have a silly question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I encountered an incredible angel for about a year, and I never knew he was an angel until I found out that he didn't exist. And do you think one day I'll get to see him again?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I definitely believe you will see him in May 2020, and then will definitely come back in your life within 2 years.
Wow.
Very bright, very brilliant, very vibrant. I see lots of light. It's like the sun shining.
Will he be so I'll know that he was the same one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would love to see that gentleman again.
Yes, in the eyes. You'll see it in the eyes.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How cool.
You're welcome.
Great show.
Have a great night. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, sweetie. I'll continue to listen.
Thank you.
Wow. You, Krista. Look at you. All right. Thanks for calling.
What's the next caller?
Do we have another call in the queue? I don't know if we do.
We sure do. Out of 267 tonight in Philadelphia.
Okay. Hello, caller. May I ask who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hi, Krista.
Hi. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you a question. My father passed away 8 years ago. It'll be 8 years in March. And his death was unexpected. He and I had a lot of tension between us. And I was just wondering if you're able to pick up anything about him or anything that he might be trying to get through to me.
Yes, I do. Number one, I am smelling this delicious lemon cake. What does that mean to you and your father, the lemon cake?
I know my dad liked lemon cake.
Yeah, I got a very strong smell of lemon cake when you started talking about him. So that's your confirmation that he is with us. He wants you to just breathe and relax about your finances. I do believe, though, when he passed, there was some sort of a murmur or defect around his heart that they did not catch. And he was a young boy. There was like an irregular beat, and that's what happened with his passing. But he's just saying to just breathe, and the finances are going to come through. Have the faith and just keep going forward.
Okay.
And when he is showing me pennies. So when you find pennies, their pennies are from him.
Wow. That's so funny. I always pick up pennies.
Yeah,
I always have.
That's his sign to you. And in honor of him, I would say definitely to get that lemon cake and make it in honor of him and have a piece.
Okay.
It smells delicious.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Is that it, Stephanie? Is that all you want to ask, or is there any more for Krista? He's excellent.
Well, like I said, my dad and I had a lot of tension between us over some things that had occurred in my childhood. Is he relieved of all of those things? I mean, does he have anything that he wants to share with me about getting past those things?
You just have to let it all go. You just have to let it go.
Okay.
When I hear him and feel him, I feel at peace, and that's where you have to feel at peace. And I think attached to that, with all the problems that may have been between the two of you, I think where it has been circled in or affected in your life is he keeps on talking about your finances, to get your finances together, and just to have faith and get it together. So yes, so just be at peace with that. He's sorry for things that have happened, but that's pretty much all he's saying right now. That's pretty much it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Wow, Krista. Miss Stephanie, thank you for calling in. Krista, wow, you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Smell lemon cake.
He brought that smell of lemon cake right in. It smells delicious.
Wow. Brother O, do we have any more callers in the queue or anybody? Call up.
Yes,
we have a caller 3.
Yes, you do, out of Nashville.
Okay.
Yes, I'm calling number 3. Yes, you're speaking with the Magic Man. How you doing, Mr. Terry Smith?
How you doing, Mooney Bach Atun? How are you doing this
Enjoying your show. I'm really, really enjoying your show. I really, really love the many divine gifts that most of us have and talents, and I feel like there is a difference. My quick question isn't dealing with anything about somebody passing over, but the significance of my name. Now, this might be kind of strange. I know Terrence was asking you about strange questions. Now, most people call me the Magic Man. Now, phonetically, it sounds like magic, and I don't pull rabbits out of hats or anything like that, but, from what you're feeling and connecting, and the sound is really, really key and is very, very similar. Are you perceiving anything that's even closely related? If you can, comprehend the question I'm asking you.
About you being the magic man and you're connecting to that higher power?
Well, I'm just saying, just phonetically, when most people hear the name magic, they're thinking or equate it to magic that most people are familiar with, like pulling rabbits out of hats. And I don't do such a thing.
I feel lots of magic about you tonight, and your voice. Are you singing in the shower? I hear lots of singing around you. Where are you singing?
Well, I do sing in the shower, yes, but right now I'm pretty much working hard for my money. I'm sort of like Donna Summer right now. But I just wanted to, kind of prick your brain and your spirit when it comes to that, I thank you so much for being a special guest on Mr. Ted Strength. And Mr. Ted Strength, I got something to say to you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I want to say congratulations, Mr. Terrence Strength, on your O&E syndication station all-time connection record. This is your 13th all-time and a historic 12th consecutive as a new host. In your first broadcasting year, right now you keep raising the bar, and I'm telling you, you're already destined for greatness, and I thank you so much for being a part of O&E, and thank you so much, special guest, for being on his show tonight.
Thank you, brother Magic Man. Thank you. Wow.
He's a very highly connected spirit.
Is he?
Yes, he is. And that singing, I'm going to say his singing voice, even though I called him singing in the shower, that's what his voice is very good. He needs to put that together, a demo tape or something. I know I'm dating myself in the 80s. But his voice, he has a very good singing voice.
Wow, that's impressive. I think we have another caller in the queue, Krista. Are you on the roll? Caller 4. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, good evening. My name is Sharice, and I just have a question. My mother passed like when I was about 33 years old, and I'm a little bit older now, but I've been experiencing a lot of weird things that I don't even feel comfortable talking about. But something on the other side, like something within me, is like letting me know that that's my mother trying to. I don't know. So I just wanted to know, what did you think?
She's definitely trying to connect with you about the things that you're doing in your life. I feel some things that you're doing are right, and some things that you're not doing are not right. She doesn't want me to reveal too much. I think you understand what I'm saying. But she just wants to make sure that you're making the right choices and staying on the right path. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sort of, kind of, yes.
Yeah, she doesn't want me to tell too much on the radio. But, yeah, she just wants to make sure that you're staying on the right path. Okay. She's very close to you. She's always close to you. She drives she sits in the back seat of your car every day.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I sometimes think that I also kind of possess the same gift as well, and I always did, even from a child, because I had a near-death experience a long, long time ago, and I noticed that after I had my near-death experience, that I started picking up on things as a child, but I never expressed it. So I'm still trying to figure myself out.
Definitely. You definitely have an ability. Absolutely. As you just said, you're aware and even picking up, and you know it's her that's trying to get you the messages and trying to communicate. You just have to release and let go and just open that up and just accept it. And you'll be able to hear her and let her tell you what she's trying to tell you. She'll talk to you, but it will be the answer will be in your voice, but you'll know it's her by the way she answers. You'll know Mom would have said it. But yes, you definitely have an ability because you're in tune to her and you know it's her trying to contact you.
Right.
Because that's her stepping inside of you saying, hello, it's me. You better be listening to what she's saying.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you ever need help, you can always reach out to me. I can help guide you, bring that more into your awareness.
Okay.
Okay?
At the end, yes, we're going to have you plug your information at the end of the show.
Okay, thank you.
I think, brother, I think we have a caller 5 in the queue. Is there a caller in the queue, brother O?
Hello, how are
Hello?
you, Terrence?
Yes, she is.
Hey, how are you, Terrence?
How are you doing this evening?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Antonia Batts, I just wanted to say I really am enjoying your show because I never thought I'd see the day that I would actually get a chance to have somebody like Krista to, be able to interpret what they feel or see based on, their talent they have. I wanted to ask her, what is the title of her position? And I don't want to get personal because not that I have so much to hide or anything, but I have a concern for a mature family member, and it's my father now. He's been going through some things for years with his health. Nobody's obviously is expected to live forever, but I just don't like human suffering on their journey towards somewhere, knowing that their hardship in their life. He was a veteran like myself, and he also worked hard to the point it affected him. So I just want to ask Krista, don't worry about me, but what do you think the likelihood of him not having to suffer as much if it comes to the point where I can't see anything different? If you get where I'm going, I guess. How you feeling, Krista?
I'm doing well. Thank you for calling. I feel his transition, when the time comes, will be comfortable and will be okay. I don't see much suffering, but I don't feel he's passing anytime soon. But it will be a peaceful passing. I just have to say for yourself too. The message just keeps playing over and over that just to remember to love yourself and to stay true to yourself. And thank you for all that you've done.
Thank you so much, because I have to admit that's the kindest thing I could have heard in a good while, and I thank you so much. And what is the title of your position, please?
I am a psychic medium.
And you are online, say, for example, if I Googled you and just say, Krista, the psychic medium, would that come up with anything to tell me, anything, how to, ever to consult you? Or
To contact me, you would have to Google, it's Mullica Hill Medium, Mullica, Mullica Hill Medium, and then you'd be able to contact me via my website.
Well, thank you very much, Krista, and I appreciate everything, and you do put my mind more at ease on his behalf, so thank you very much.
You are welcome.
So you're doing
Just
something?
remember, you are loved.
Oh, thank you, and I thank you, Krista. I trust that you are sincere. I can hear it. And God.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. I think we have another caller in the queue. Caller, who am I speaking with now?
Good evening. This is Lena Blue. Good evening, Krista. It's really nice to have the opportunity to talk to you tonight. And thanks for allowing me to have Brother Strength to be on this show. So greetings. And I had 2 questions.
Okay.
Okay. So my first question is, am I going in the right direction with my spiritual growth journey?
Yes, you are. It's only the beginning, and you are definitely going to be a name to be reckoned with in the future. You're very powerful.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like things have started to click for me since I've taken on this journey, and it's been a long way from which I've started. So thank you so much.
Yeah. I can feel your power. It feels great and warm.
Awesome. Okay. The other question I had was, do I need to do anything differently in my role leading my family?
Not at this time. Any changes that you would want to make would not happen. Changes would be best in June, but nothing happening right now. No. Mm-mm.
Okay. I asked that because
go ahead.
I asked that because I have a very different view as far as being a mother and a leader in a family than most of the family. So that's why I was really curious about that.
Yeah, no changes yet. Your spirituality needs to all come through first, and then the whole dynamic's going to change. Which I think everything by the time June comes around, you're standing firm, you're grounded, you're manifesting, everything swirling around you. You are in your power. They're calling you like boss lady, ready to go. And then the whole dynamic changes in June.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Wow. Well, Krista, you're doing an outstanding job. This is incredible. This is incredible. Brother O, do we have any more callers? Did we get a break?
Actually, continue this program tonight, and I'm very, very glad to have Krista on this show tonight because, for the first time, I knew that it was supposed to happen. So, of course, there's always those things that block things, right? Positivity, right, Krista? So we did it again, and we're here to save lives. Continue the program, please.
Okay, great. All right, Chris, before somebody else calls in, because I know somebody else is going to call in, I want to ask some stuff. So I just want to know, Krista, does this take a lot out of you? When you do these readings, like right now you're doing them online, is that a strain on your energy? Like, this is incredible.
Yes, it does take a drain on my energy. But I've learned what I need to do. Like the next day I need to do some meditating. I need to refuel and replenish, but it's okay. In the very beginning, it used to feel like a hangover, but I've learned what I need to do. I meditate prior and I meditate after to kind of get that balance back within my energy.
Wow, that's deep. Okay. All right, so I have another question for you. So what do you want the world to know from your perspective? Like, what should we all be doing? On the Terra Strength Show, we talk about this being school and the fact that we're here to learn and grow and to figure it out and to evolve. Like, that is why we're here. But, of course, it plays out in many different ways and situations and circumstances. What is your message with your unique perspective? What do you want us to know?
Well, through my journey, I've realized that it's basically just putting my faith wholeheartedly, in trusting my tuition and trusting your higher being, whatever it may be. I call my higher being the universe. It's just totally releasing all the fear and pain that may be inside of you from your past or present. It's scary to think about that, but you just really have to trust that there's a higher being that's guiding you. And you just have to listen to it. And it's just amazing what it provides and what it brings to you. I cannot believe the sense of calm I feel, the positivity that flows. It's just so surreal. You just have to let it all go and just trust yourself and release it.
Wow. One of the previous callers talked about, Antonio Betts, I think she talked about your energy feeling good. You know, are you constantly seeing visions all the time, and can you turn it off? Like it sounds like it would be draining to have your Wi-Fi turned on all the time, it seems like. Is that how it is, or can you shut it down, or you don't have control over it?
No, I've learned to control it. In the beginning, it was overwhelming. I could walk into a store, and messages would be coming, and they would want me to walk over to the old lady and talk to her and stuff. But I've learned to take control and say, you know, I'm reading you, I'm not reading you, I'm letting it flow, I'm not letting it flow. It's like a light switch. I've learned to turn it on and turn it off. But I'll say when I learned to turn it on for some people, then it's another whole messages is to start coming and coming, but then it's another whole boundary I have to give that. Like, you know, when I'm available, meditating, when I'm in my sessions, that's when it can come through. There's always a boundary you have to put up. And I've learned those. Some people don't, but it's a process. You really have to set the boundaries, or your mind never shuts off. It never turns off. You have to be in control.
That's outstanding. I want to ask you, Krista, has there ever been a time when you regretted having this gift? Yes.
Regretting is telling people that once I had told a friend about her husband and seeing heart problems and such, and her not listening to me, and then unfortunately within the year he had died of a heart attack. And there was another incident of a similar nature. So sometimes I do see things and get messages, and that's the downfall. Sometimes I relay those messages, and sometimes people still, you know, like they're skeptics, or they think I'm goofy and they laugh it off or ignore it, and then unfortunately they come to fruition, and it's a tragic event. So that's a little disheartening at times, but I've learned to always say the truth and give you my message, and I don't let it affect me like it did years ago when you wouldn't listen. I know I've given you the message. You do what you need to do with it, and I've let go and released it.
Wow. Maybe I want to ask one about myself, but before I do, Brother O, do you have anything you want to ask, Krista?
You see, he started his mess right here, Krista, first of all. No, because I believe in her. That's my statement.
Brother, I see you with that crown on your head. Are you a king?
I believe I am. I believe I am in my realm of trying to mentor. I'll bring up one person that I'm patterning my life after. Mentoring people on the radio, making them believe in themselves when sometimes they don't believe. I pat myself after great Dr. Benjamin Mays of Morehouse College, the man who taught and mentored Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not looking for stature. I just want to see all of the hosts of the O&E dynasty be greater, go on to better paths, Krista. And for me to look back and be happy, I'm just happy with that. And you know, that's my own realm. That's what I believe.
Well, I believe that he recognizes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I believe that he recognizes that, because I see nothing but the word king around you, and you are the king. So I am definitely going to say that he recognizes you in what you're doing and what your path is and what you're doing here. It's what you should be doing.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because, you know, what we do here on this radio station, especially in alternative radio, we are here to save lives. That is our common objective, to be the best ever, to save lives. And I always tell all of our hosts, if you're not able to be that way or to dedicate yourself to that and to be prepared on every night, then you don't need to be here, because someone is listening tonight. There's a child listening to the show. there's an elderly person that's going through something right now in their life that they need O&E Dynasty. And that's it. You know, and Terrence, I'm going to get you later. Thank you, Krista.
You're welcome.
All right, Krista. So I want to ask you a question about my father, if you don't mind.
Sure.
My father, he's getting up there. He's been in and out of the hospital a little bit. How is he doing? And, you know, what can we expect? I don't hear nothing too damaging, so go easy on me.
No. I honestly, I feel he's around for a while. I feel a lot of pain though in my lower back and my hips and my legs. My mobility isn't quite as much as what it used to be. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. He's having problems with that. You're right.
Yes, but he's not passing anytime soon. He's definitely going to be here for a little while longer. He's not ready yet, and they're not ready for him. Does he have a brother that has passed?
Yeah, he has a brother that just passed. His oldest brother, who was 95, because my dad just turned 88. His brother was like 90. Yeah.
It's his brother that's coming through because he said, I am the brother. So, and his brother said they are not ready for him yet on the other side. So he definitely has some more time here on Earth.
Oh, great. Wow. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
He's definitely ready for you to come into your own fame.
Say that again?
He's ready for you to step into your own fame. I'm talking about an email you're supposed to send.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Krista. It's been fantastic. It's now Ngozi time. Brother O, take it away.
Well, first of all, congratulate Mr. Terrence Strength is doing something very, very historic on our network. Been around for 7 years. This, of course, is the continuation of Beverly Nation Anniversary Week that started on February 4th, 2013, the 10th anniversary of my mother's translation. And I'm very proud of that. And, of course, what more can we say to Terrence Strength on your 13th all-time connection record, and wonderfully, your 12th consecutive, second all-time in the O&E annals, right behind the Cadence Stone Poetry Hour, and we will wear you. I'm very proud of you, Terrence. Continue the outstanding work. You know what, Krista? There's only one show, this man, out of 13 shows, only one show he did not break a record. That is amazing. And, you know, one of the greatest new host standings in our network's history. So I'm very proud of you, Terrence. Continue to bring on outstanding people with outstanding work and outstanding presence to save lives. Tomorrow night, we come right back on with, of course, Kathy Kosa. And, of course, Evening Live at 9 o'clock. And, of course, the International Internet Radio Hall of Famer, Jerry Petito, tomorrow night with her show named after her, the Jerry Petito Show, right here, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard on these O&E stations, continuously celebrating Beverly Nation Anniversary Week. And, of course, Beverly Nation is advertising through O&E, which is Ola Deli and Ngozi Enterprise. You can reach us, of course, at www.lookingglassentertainment.wordpress.com, as well as Ngozi Primetime one at thehistoricbevnet.com. We are Ngozi Time both for Twitter and Instagram, Ola Deli and Ngozi at Pinterest and Google+. Ola Deli and Ngozi at Facebook, as well as our business page, Know Your Rights, as well as the historic Beverly Nation Online Radio. Any comments, suggestions to our wonderful programming tonight? Oladele.ngozi@gmail.com. I am your mother and father's favorite producer, Ola Deli Ngozi. Saying good night and good luck to all the folks out there in Armed Force Radio that support us on a constant basis tonight. Terrace, you have 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in this program.
Krista, if you're still here, I don't know if you are, you can let everyone know how they can reach you. Are you still here?
I am. Thank you. Yes, they can contact me on my website, www.mullicahillmedium.com, or you can find me on Facebook, too. I have a Facebook page, Mullica Hill Medium. Thank you so much for having me. It's been wonderful, and I can't wait to do it again.
It's been great, family. It's been great, Krista. Thanks for joining us. This was outstanding. Very unusual show, very informative. I will see you, family, on the next show that we have in 2 weeks. And I want to thank all of you. And make sure you tell someone you love them this week. Tell them multiple times. Thank you.